What's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm bringing us the mission guide for Tier 3 of the Crown faction here in Season 4. You guys can expect me to go over each and every one of the 7 missions in this tier. Obviously, once you guys get enough rep or unlock that final mission and complete it, you will unlock Tier 4 of the Crown faction. Alright, so first up, we have Bryson long rifle weapons testing. This one will be 2 parts, and you guys can go to whatever map you would like, but I am going to recommend Al Mazrah for the distance purpose. Part 1 asks us to kill 10 enemies from a range of over 50 meters with the Bryson long rifle weapons platform. This includes the SPR, the SAB-50, the LAB-330, and the SPX-80, so you guys are going to want to check out the marksman or sniper rifles in order to find those. So once you guys get access to one of these weapons, you are equipped and prepared to do this. All you're going to need to do is find some AI on the map, make sure you ping them so you can ensure they are over 50 meters away. Then you are going to eliminate them with one of these weapons. But once you guys actually eliminate 10 enemies at a range of over 50 meters with one of these weapons, part 1 will be complete. Now part 2 asks us to kill 10 enemies with a suppressed Bryson long rifle platform weapon. Same thing, you're going to want to equip one of these weapons. If you guys are getting one of these weapons from purchasing it or getting it off of an AI, you may have to head over to one of the workbenches and equip a suppressor for 3,000 on your own. But once you guys have basically gotten one of these weapons prepared with a suppressor, similar to doing part 1, which you can actually do part 1 and 2 at the same time, you will eliminate the 10 enemies using the suppressed Bryson long rifle weapon, and you guys will complete part 2 and wrap up this mission. Next up, we have false alarm. This one is only going to be 2 parts, and it is going to be sending us over to Al Mazrah. Part 1 asks us to signal all 3 exfils in Al Mazrah in one deployment. So once you guys actually infill into Al Mazrah, you'll open up your TAC map, and by default, you should see 3 locations for exfil on the map. You guys are going to go ahead and ping your first one, head over to it, you'll go over to the green smoke where you guys will see the queue to actually call one in. You guys will call in that exfil here at this location. You will not have to wait for the chopper to come in. You guys will then head over to the second exfil location. You guys will make your way over to the second one. You're going to do the exact same process, calling in the exfil, and you're going to go ahead and ping your third location. You're going to head over that. You're going to go ahead and call in that exfil. And once you've called in all 3 visible exfils on the map in the same deployment, part 1 is then complete. Then part 2 is asking us to extract on the final exfil in that same deployment. So once you guys actually called in the 3 visible exfils in the same run, you guys are then going to have to wait until the time period obviously expires. At that point, the radiation will then expand. Once all 3 visible exfils are in the radiation, a final exfil will pop up on the map, allowing you guys to know where that location is. You guys will head over to this location. Once the time period expires all the way, this final exfil will take off. As long as you guys exfil safely within this chopper, part 2 and this mission will be complete. Next up, we have Flyboy. This one is only going to be 2 parts, and it is going to be sending us over to Al Mazrah. Part 1 asks us to kill 7 enemies from a helicopter in one deployment. Now, it doesn't matter which helicopter you choose. You could stand inside of an exfil chopper. You can go grab the heavy chopper that's on the map, and you guys can even obviously grab the normal helicopter on the map as well, or the light helo. Once you guys get access to a helicopter, it obviously helps if you have other people with you, as they can fly the helicopter. You guys can be the passenger shooting enemies from above, or you guys could obviously stand inside of an exfil chopper if there's enough AI in the area. As long as you guys can shoot them while you're standing inside of it, you guys will be able to get these to count as well. All you need to really do is fly around the map or get enough enemies to challenge you while you're in the exfil chopper, kill 7 enemies, and part 1 will be complete. Now, part 2 is asking us to kill 1 operator or commander from a helicopter. Now, you do have a couple options here. If you guys have trouble obviously killing operators, you don't have to go that route. However, it's pretty easy if you have somebody flying a chopper and you're just sitting on the side gunning for people. As long as they fly close enough or within the vicinity and you have good aim, it's pretty easy to actually eliminate some operators. In my circumstance, I had somebody flying the chopper. He was actually a random. He chose to fly directly at another team, basically putting me in a position where I had no choice but to pretty much eliminate the guy in front of me. Obviously, I was able to do so, killing the 1 operator required, wrapping up this second part. You guys could also choose to take on a commander, maybe something like the Juggernaut or even someone like the Chemist, where you guys could be up really high in the air in the chopper, maybe take them out via a sniper rifle as long as you have their positioning. I definitely recommend going and eliminating an operator, as even somebody who is down, you guys could finish them off while you're in the side of the chopper, and it would still count toward this progress. And it is also a great option to be in an exfil chopper where maybe another team tries to push you, where you guys are then able to eliminate a player from within inside the exfil chopper. Either way, once you guys eliminate 1 operator or the commander from the helicopter, part 2 and this mission will be complete. Next up, we have chemical sourcing. This one is going to be a 3-parter, and you guys could complete it over on the complex, but at the very least, you will have to go to the complex and then head over to Al Mazrah. Part 1 asks us to dead drop a bottle of sulfuric acid. Now, this is why you will have to head over to the complex. So once you guys infill into Al Mazrah, you'll head over to one of the bunker entrances, head into the complex, and you'll be ready to get a sulfuric acid. What you guys are going to be looking for once you head over to the complex is going to be the green wooden caches, as these are going to be the chemical boxes and basically the only place you're going to find the sulfuric acid. So you guys are going to basically go throughout the complex looking in these boxes anytime you come across one, and more than likely within a few of these, you guys should get access to a sulfuric acid. You guys will be able to identify it pretty easily, as it will be one of those blue items in your backpack. pack, you guys will get access to one of these. And you have two options once you get access to it. You could head over to the shopkeeper in the factory wing where you'd be able to dead drop this over there, or you guys could just exfil it safely, which is what I chose to do, and be able to dead drop it with parts 2 and 3. Once you guys get access to this and you exfil it safely or dead drop it, part 1 will be complete. Part 2 asks us to dead drop a bottle of hydrogen peroxide. Now, this is going to be something you can find in the complex as well if you guys look through enough of the first aid kits. However, I'm going to recommend taking the sulfuric acid over to Al Mazrah, as there's a pretty good chance you guys will find the hydrogen peroxide within the hidden caches around the map. You guys can also look inside the hospitals throughout the first aid kits, but I didn't have much luck looking through those. So definitely go and look through the hidden caches. There's some in the oasis around the body of water there. There's sometimes some at the bottom of water. There's some all around the map. You guys are just going to want to go ahead, find and identify these hidden caches and look inside. Now, I've definitely had some pretty good luck looking throughout these hidden caches, so I think within a few of them, you guys should be able to get access to at least one hydrogen peroxide, but maybe you guys will even get lucky like I did, where I even opened one hidden cache and got access to 2. Regardless, once you guys get access to the hydrogen peroxide, you guys can then hold on to it with your sulfuric acid, or go ahead and dead drop it at your nearest dead drop, being able to go on to part 3. And part 3 is just asking us to dead drop a bottle of radiation blockers. So this is also something you guys could come across in the complex as well. However, this is something I just chose to do over on Al Mazrah. You guys can go hit up a hospital location. Usually within one hospital, you should find radiation blockers. If not, you guys will look in the first aid kits, medicine cabinets, or other places around the map, get access to your radiation blockers, and be prepared to dead drop all 3 items at once. Then you'll head over to one of your closest dead drops. Obviously, there's quite a few on Al Mazrah. You'll open up your dead drop location. In my circumstance, I went to Zarqwa Hydroelectric, dead dropped all 3 items at the exact same time, knocking out part 1, 2, and 3, completing this mission. Next up, we have Expose. This one is going to be a 3-parter. It's going to start us off on Al Mazrah, then send us over to Ashika Island. Part 1 asks us to extract the fake Al-Qatala documents from the Zaya Observatory dead drop. This dead drop is going to be more on the eastern side of Zaya Observatory, and I definitely recommend going up on the side that's closest to Akhtar Village, as it will allow you to ignore most of the AI. Once you guys make your way up to Zaya Observatory there, pretty close to where a stronghold typically is located, will be that dead drop location, and as always, I will do my best to show you guys this location on the map. So work your way up here, being able to open up this dead drop, getting access to the fake Al-Qatala documents. And once you guys actually get access to these Al-Qatala documents, the only thing left for you to do is exfil safely, so you can head over to your nearest rescue hostage, or go over to an exfil, call it in, exfil safely, and part 1 will be complete. Now, part 2 asks us to stash the fake Al-Qatala documents on the central security desk in the top of the Ashika Island castle. So once you guys have exfilled safely from Al Mazrah, you can head directly into Ashika, or you want to make sure you equip these from your mission stash. Then you guys are going to go ahead and head into Ashika Island. Once you guys actually get into Ashika Island, where you're going to be headed is where the bomb maker is located, so you're going to be going to Ashika Castle. So there's a couple things you guys are going to want to be equipped with, whether it's a Semtex or a Thermite, so you guys can take on the Wheelson, or you guys will have a Suki Castle key, being able to ignore the Wheelson altogether. You guys will head over to the castle. At this point, you guys will find the Wheelson. I hit it with a couple Thermites, obviously disabling it, then being able to hack it, getting free access to the castle, or you guys will take your key over to the door and being able to unlock it. Once you guys get access to the castle, I definitely recommend going in the door that is closest to the bridge. You guys will then open up the castle here, being immediately greeted by a sentry gun. You guys are going to immediately take out the sentry gun and all the AI in this area. Then you'll be able to work up the stair set to the left there. You guys are going to work up this set of stairs to the next floor, where you guys are going to want to be careful of the trap or proximity mine. You guys will take that out. You guys will head out to the door, which is the main square there. You guys will then take that right. You might see another sentry gun there, kind of watching over another stair set. We'll take that out, head up the flight of stairs there, where you then will be greeted by another trap. We'll pretty much defuse this frag here, and down the stairs will come a couple of riot shielders. You will take these riot shielders on, and obviously be able to take them out pretty quick. Once you move into the top of these stairs here, you'll be at the bomb maker's location. You guys more than likely will have to take out the bomb maker. He's pretty easy. Just take him out pretty quick there, and a couple of AI that are surrounding him, and you guys have gotten access to the central security desk. At this point, you'll walk over to it, where you'll be able to disable the alarm, and at this point as well, you guys will see the queue to place the fake Al-Qatala documents. At this point, you guys will go ahead and place those fake Al-Qatala documents at this central security desk here, wrapping up part 2. Part 3 is asking us to extract from Ashika Island. Now, it doesn't have to be in the exact same run, at least it wasn't in my experience. So at any point you guys actually wrap up part 2 and 1, you guys then could choose to try to get out safely and exfil from Ashika Island that way. But I do want to mention, even if you don't do it successfully in the same run that you stash these Al-Qatala documents at the top of the castle, all you have to do is infill into Ashika Island at that point, exfil safely from Ashika, and part 3 and this mission will be complete. Next up, we have Bottom of the Barrel. This one is going to be 3 parts, and it is going to be sending us over to Koshai Complex. Part 1 is asking us to trade the shopkeeper a bottle of liquor in exchange for the key code. So what we need to do first is go ahead and get access to a liquor bottle. You guys could choose to try to take the risk of going into the complex and finding one that way, as it is possible you guys will come across one. However, I definitely recommend, similar to getting jumper cables and a car battery, you guys are also going to want to get access to the liquor bottle. So you guys are going to go around Al Mazrah looking in the fridges. Maybe you'll head over to a Yum Yum Burger over in Al Mazrah City, easily getting access to a liquor liquor bottle, and obviously making sure you grab jumper cables and a car battery, then heading over to one of the bunker entrances. Once you guys go into the bunker entrance and actually enter into Koshai, you're going to be ready to take on this mission. Now, once you guys actually get into the Koshai complex, it doesn't matter which entrance you choose, unless you guys want to go ahead and skip the chemical plant, which you will end up in anyway. You guys could choose the Oasis one, which does have the shortcut. Regardless, you guys will go in, you guys will make your way through the puzzle into the chemical plant where you guys will use the night vision goggles. At this point, you'll head to the center where there is going to be multiple buildings. You guys will make your way around these buildings where you will see the vents. Inside one of these vents will be the factory admin key. Once you guys get access to the key, you guys will want to look at your compass, head north. At this point, you guys will come across a couple of doors where you guys will be able to use this key to access. You guys will place the key in there, being able to unlock the right or left door, getting access to the factory admin wing. Once you guys open the door, you'll make your way through a hallway here. You'll probably take on a sentry gun, making your way into a much larger room. If you took the left door, you're going to take a right. If you took the right door, you're going to take a left once you get into that open room. And between these two doors where you guys entered to go into the room, underneath will be the shopkeeper. You guys will pretty much follow the arrows there, leading you back to where the shopkeeper is located, and you guys will be able to see the dead drop. At this point, you guys will go ahead and open the dead drop, placing the liquor bottle inside. Once you do so, a note will pop out, which then will have that key code on it. But once this note actually pops out and you guys get the key code, part 1 will be complete. Now, part 2 asks us to enter the code into the locked room keypad in the Alpha Cluster entrance. Now, this is why it doesn't really matter if you take the shortcut, because you will have to go to the chemical plant regardless. But basically, you're going to have to head back into the chemical plant, but this time you're going to go to the opposite side of the chemical plant to the Alpha Cluster. You guys are going to make your way over there, where you guys are going to go ahead and see 2 more doors. In between these doors is going to be an interface where you will plant both the car battery and the jumper cables that I was talking about having equipped earlier. You guys will go ahead and place these here, powering the 2 doors, getting access to the Alpha Cluster. Once you guys have done this, I definitely recommend opening the left door, as it is closest to the door that you're going to need to get to. Once you guys open this door, and the first door on the left will be a keypad lock door. Now, this is the keypad where you're going to enter in the code that you got from the shopkeeper from giving him that liquor bottle. So you guys will go ahead and open your inventory. Hopefully you still have the paper, or at least remember the code. You guys will look at the code, being able to then enter that into the keypad, unlocking the door. Once you guys actually enter this code into the keypad, unlocking the door, part 2 is then complete. Now, part 3 asks us to extract the research documents from the room. Once you guys open this, there's almost nothing in here except for the research documents. You guys will go ahead and grab these, and the only thing to do at that point will be to exfil safely. More than likely, you guys will just head further into the Alpha Cluster. Before you actually head into the huge server room, you'll take a left there, and this is probably where an exfil will be. You guys will go ahead and call the elevator in, defend it for the duration of the time period. Once the doors open, you'll head inside, closing the doors. Once they close and you exfilled safely with these research documents, part 3, and this mission will be complete. Next up, we have our last and final mission, Triple Clear. This one is going to be 3 parts. It is going to be taking us over to Al Mazrah City, and it is going to require a stronghold key card. So you guys are going to want to eliminate enemies until they drop one. You guys are going to want to purchase one, pull one out of your key stash, whatever it is. You're going to need a stronghold key card for this. Part 1 asks us to clear a stronghold in Rohan Oil. So once you infill into Al Mazrah, you're going to want to open up your TAC map, look in Rohan Oil. There is probably only going to be 1 stronghold location in this area. So if you guys aren't the first ones there, you'll probably have to exfil and come back in another run. But you'll make your way over. Hopefully no one's actually opened this at this point. This will then use your key card to open up the Rohan Oil stronghold, clear it of all the enemies inside. Once you've killed all the enemies inside, you guys should get the progress checked off. You guys will be able to obviously check this. Once you do so, part 1 is then complete. Part 2 asks us to clear a stronghold in Al Mazrah City. Same thing. You guys are going to go ahead and open up your TAC map, look in Al Mazrah City. Likely there's going to be like 3 or 4 strongholds in that area, so you guys will probably have a little less to worry about. We'll head over to one of these stronghold locations. Again, hopefully no one's cleared it or opened it up yet, because we'll use that stronghold key card to then open that stronghold, eliminate the few enemies inside. Once you guys have eliminated all of them, again, the progress will come through, wrapping up part 2. Part 3 asks us to clear a stronghold in Turok Village. Same thing as the first 2 parts. So you guys are going to open up your map. You're going to look in Turok Village. There's likely only going to be 1 stronghold location in that area. You guys will head over to it. Again, as long as no one's already cleared it, you guys will unlock it with your stronghold key card, kill all the enemies inside. Once that progress comes through, that'll wrap up part 3. That will then complete the last mission in tier 3 of the Crown faction. That's going to wrap things up for today's mission guide. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.